As I didn't have the time to do a proper Halloween tour, I wanted just to show you here my ghost bird cage from the last Halloween workshop, and also some brocante find I did on the brocante in my town this past month. On my fireplace mantle this year, well, I have organized the paper butterflies, some pumpkins and some snails. This thing was new actually. I found it in a brocante in September, very last minute. It's a brocante we have in my town once a month. The next one is this weekend. It's not a big one. We have about 20 sellers, something like that. It changes every month. It's not a very big flea market or anything like that, but it's not a garage sale or something like that. It's just professional, and the objects they have are well chosen. It's not very expensive usually. It's better than a flea market, that Parisian flea market or anything like that. They know a bit what they are selling, but not too much. That's really the thing you want. You want to have a nice collection of things, but not with too high prices. And this was, I think, something which was above a clock or something like that. The piece of a big clock, he told me. It's in plaster, and there was a hand which was missing. He gave me the hand, it was broken, and I glued it with my wood glue. I always mention wood glue, which is my favorite glue in the world, but it's not supposed to glue plaster, and it was the only glue I had, and it glued it really well, so I was really pleased. And I really like this little piece, and I bought it for 10 euros, so I thought there is no way I would not take it for 10 euros, and it was, I put my insects on it, and I'm going to keep it and do other decors for different seasons. I love this bronze color. It works well with all the other things I have. This is my cage by daylight, of course, so it's different by daylight or by night. I decided to have it on the window because I think it's just fun to have a cage near. They're supposed to be near windows usually, so I think it's, yes, it creates something interesting on the window. So I have a ribbon here, and I remove the cage. I have made a little dot. I'm going to try to do something easier so that every time I have to open the window, in the winter, autumn time, I don't often open this window only to water my flowers. So it's not, I don't open it the rest of the day, so it's not really a problem. And it's the cage. It has a door. You can open the door. You can put whatever you want inside. The birds are lighted there, but as it's very light, you don't see them. You will see them at night. You saw the smaller one in the previous video, and it's a little smaller. The bird, I've removed it because I used it for the workshop and I forgot to put it back. And I'm probably going to have soon something different for Christmas. So yes, they can be put on a table. They can be put in display next to a mirror, which is really nice. Maybe I will have one on my fireplace above, in front of the mirror. I think it could be nice. I chose to have them pretty narrow for that, for also a decorative purpose, so that they are not too deep. Yes, I have put some birds. I'm going to probably change a little something so that I can remove them. We do some swing, and I've attached them completely in the cage for the workshop, but I think for me afterwards, I'm going to do a little alteration so that I just have to put the swing back in the cage with everything else, but I can remove everything if I want to have another decor for Christmas, for spring, for maybe summer too. So this is the cages, which are going to stay a bit longer because it just arrived in my decor. I didn't show you my flowers I have on the living room window, so I have some chrysanthemums from last year, the purple one, which are slowly coming back. They are less big than last year, so I suppose when you keep them, they lose a bit of their vitality, I don't know. I have some yellow ones from last year too, which are coming back, and some other yellow ones from this year, and some summer flowers which are still blooming. I don't think I've shown it in a video in the brocante last month. I think it was in August or September, August maybe. I found this little Botticelli reprint on a piece of wood, so it's, of course, it's not a real, well, copy or anything like that, but it's in wood. It looks sort of real. So in the kitchen, well, you have already seen, of course, my decor. The little things which is hung on the wall, I found it also in my brocante last spring, and I didn't know where to put it. I kept it for many months, I didn't know, and for now it's there, though I hope to find a piece of furniture here at some point to add some dishes, to do some sort of organization and to have one old piece of furniture in the kitchen. And here it's a painting I found in my BROCANTE last month, the very last one in October. I found this old painting. It's an oil, it's a real oil, it's not a made in China reprint or I don't know what. It's a real oil of a landscape, a farming landscape, and I thought it was really charming, and I really want to have well, I'm always hunting for real old painting. It's not really easy to find, but once in a while you can find one, and this one was really inexpensive. It has a nice wood frame, and I thought it would be perfect in the kitchen. So I'm going to try to find a few others to have, yes, only landscapes, and I love landscapes in the kitchen. It opens the walls, gives a warm atmosphere too. And I also found this one, which it's just a reprint. It's not even an old one. It's a 20th century reprint of, I don't know exactly who did this painting. Here it's written Boucher, but I'm not sure it's Boucher. But the frame was nice. It was not too damaged. There are a few things, parts of the wood which are gone, but for the most part I thought it was pretty nice, and I don't have a lot of frame landscape shape for my frames on my walls, so I thought it was nice and it would work with the other ones. And as I say, I like landscapes in a kitchen. After completing the Ghost Birds in the Cage workshop and already starting many other paper and artistic adventures of various sorts, I needed to take the time to clear and put some order in the messy studio, to reset everything, cleaning windows, washing desk, which I really like to do, mirror, organizing my tools. A few things have changed and improved this past month in my artist and studio life. First, I go to bed much earlier, and I didn't do that for a long time, so I can start the day a little earlier too. I try to wake up between 4:45 and 5:30. It's not the same every day, but around this time. And the days have really expanded, allowing me to make more progress on many projects I want to work on and I want to complete. And it feels really good to start the day knowing you have a long morning ahead. So long mornings have been created and fully invested. And silence has also filled the studio since last spring. Silence was already there before, but usually half the day. In the afternoon, usually I was not in silence. I could listen to things, the computer could be open, this sort of things. And now it's super strict. I put a lot of discipline in that. So when I'm not recording something as I'm doing now, or filming a workshop, filming a video, anything like that, when I'm on my desk, it is complete silence. I live in a noisy world. I'm not always in silence. I have to go to shops, I have to go to public transport and to rail station, which are constantly noisy with a lot of technology, phones, people on their phones, on their music. So when I'm back in my kingdom, I crave for uninterrupted chunks of pristine silence. And over a long period of time, and month, silence has an incredible accumulative effect. It's the best fertilizer for your mind and your imagination. It cleans the mind, it makes some space for ideas to grow and expand. Of course, it helps to focus tremendously. It allows to get more deeper in anything you are doing or thinking. And I think for an artist or writer, it's when the magic happens. It unveils treasures which otherwise would be covered with noise and external distractions and sounds. And to get more silence and its benefits in your life, you don't need to go on an expensive retreat at the top of a mountain. It's totally free, available at any time, and it changes everything. My sketchbook, notebooks, books of all kinds are open, read, and pages are filled with ideas and projects really more than before. I make more progress on my long projects too. I feel more fulfilled and more happy. So I would encourage you also to add a bit more silence in your life. I was rereading these pages about silence by a Belgian author, Maurice Maeterlinck. He wrote these pages in 1896. In this text, he also quotes a Scottish writer, Thomas Carlyle, who also wrote about silence. And he writes, "Silence is the element in which great things fashion themselves together, that at length they may emerge full-formed and majestic into the daylight of life, which they are thenceforth to rule." So if you want to also create an 18th century cage and maybe some ghost birds, I know Halloween is gone now, but still the workshop is open and there is a launching offer which is available till November 15, and the workshop will still be open till November 25. You have all the details under this video on my workshop's website, learnthemagicofpaper.com, and you can join and start a beautiful 18th century cage. As I said, I was in the Brocante last month, and I was not even tempted to buy any of the beautiful old cage they had, because I just thought I preferred mine, and I prefer maybe in the future even have one or two more in this same style, because the thing, when you do them yourself, you can really decide the shape, the size. You can create something which exactly match your decor you already have if you don't want something too wide. Sometimes the old cage, they are very square and very big, a little too big sometimes. So yes, I have to say I was really pleased with my 18th century cage, which I will keep all year long, and I will make them maybe change things inside to have different decors throughout the year. So all the details are under the video, and all my Christmas workshops have also reopened, so in case you are interested to start a Christmas adventure, you can also join one of them. I will start all my Christmas videos and everything at the end of November, beginning of December, not before, because I have many other things to share with you in November. You will see other videos. And I also wanted to say, if you live in Switzerland, so if you live around Geneva or anywhere in Switzerland really, one of the exhibitions I took part to with Le Centre des Monuments Nationaux, which is called Fantaisies pour un Palais, I created for it a Rococo ship, and this exhibition is very much about the Rococo era and Rococo fairy tales. This exhibition is now at the Château de Fernay Voltaire, so Voltaire's castle, very close to Geneva, at 30 minutes away in bus. I think in car it's probably closer, so easy to go from there, from the rail station. And the exhibition will stay there till April, so you have really a long time to go. If you live around and you would like to see a beautiful place, really historical place, the house where Voltaire, this very important French writer and philosopher from the 18th century, lived, and also to see the exhibition. I plan to go in January because I had always wanted to see Voltaire's castle. I had been many times in Geneva. I usually go in Switzerland at least once a year, so there were many reasons and many opportunities for me to go, and I never went. I never really took the time to go there, but now I have a very good reason to go, and I'm really excited because I always wanted to do it, but I never did. To see both this time the exhibition in the castle and also his place where he lived. I'm an 18th century fanatic, as you know, so this place was missing in my the place I like to explore, belonging to writers and people from the 18th century. All the details, practical details, the website of Fernay Voltaire's castle will also be under the video if you... Sorry, I have... Clochette just jumped on her bed right now, so okay, she's settled. I can continue. So the Château de Fernay Voltaire is just under the video, and you can click on the link to find all the practical details and any information you would like to have to prepare your visit. And I hope you will visit it if you live in Switzerland or in the east of France, in Savoie, Haute-Savoie, or maybe in Italy, why not? Or if you are stopping by Geneva, maybe for a trip or something. I will see you soon. I have many videos coming. For now, I will leave you here. I thank you for joining me today and spending a bit of time of your day with me. And don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss all the nice videos. And I will see you very soon.